The cruiser window was a sheet of rain in Dallas. Caleb Vance watched the drops blur the address, 387. Beside him, Ranger, his K9, didn't move. The dog was old, quiet, almost invisible to the precinct. Just like Caleb. The last sound on the 911 tape, a woman's trembling whisper, repeated in his mind. Please. Then nothing. Caleb's job was easy cleanup, find the house, file the missing report, wait for the family. He was the sidelined officer, too difficult after he reported falsified logs. They called his truth-telling a lack of teamwork. They thought quiet was weak. When he walked up, officers Miles and Cruz were already there, arrogant and dismissive, sipping their coffees in the rain.
Vance.
Don't waste the dog's energy, Miles scoffed, gesturing at the house. We checked the door. They just wandered off. Case closed, pending family. Caleb felt a familiar cold dread. They were closing a life-and-death case because they couldn't be bothered. This indifference was the real danger. He looked past them, past the cleared front door. The only sound that felt wrong was the unnatural, steady hum of the exterior air conditioning unit. In this meticulously maintained, energy-conscious home, it was a silent error, a shout without a voice. Caleb didn't argue. He ignored the mockery and simply commanded, Ranger, search. The old German shepherd moved slowly, deliberately, not the frantic speed of a young dog, but the focused certainty of mastery. He didn't race to the door or the window. He moved to the back porch, through the thick, wet ivy. Miles chuckled. He's sniffing the shrubbery, Vance. Time to retire the old. The laugh died in his throat. Ranger stopped dead. He placed one massive, muddy paw over a patch of ivy and let out a single, low, urgent whine. He didn't need to dig or bark. He just pointed with absolute stillness. Caleb knelt in the rain and brushed the leaves aside. Underneath the dense ivy was a barely visible rusted iron ring, the handle to an old cellar door. The air conditioner, the strange hum, the sudden silence of the two officers, it all clicked. They fell down trying to reach the storm supplies, Caleb stated, his voice calm over the rain. The impact must have knocked the exterior unit on. They've been trapped for hours. Miles and Cruz stared at the cellar opening. Their indifference had been exposed by the quiet competence of the man they mocked. Their faces were pale with the sudden, sharp shock of almost letting two people die. Caleb descended into the damp darkness. He found the elderly couple huddled, the wife weak, the husband with a severely broken ankle. He radioed for medics, his voice steady, purely professional. As the couple was being carefully lifted out, wrapped in blankets, a sleek sedan pulled up. District Chief Evelyn Shaw, head of internal affairs, stepped out. She walked straight past the two silent, shamed officers on the porch. Officer Vance, the chief said, holding a small document. Your audit regarding the falsified log sheets? It was approved. Your findings forced a complete system review. The man they thought was a ghost officer, the easy mark, was the one who had quietly forced a change in the entire system. The chief looked at Miles and Cruz. You nearly left two citizens to die because you didn't want to look closer. The new mandate for welfare checks, the one that requires a full K9 sweep of the property, is due to the oversight Vance reported. Miles's posture collapsed. He looked down, his hand dropping uselessly to his side. No one had to fire him. The weight of his own negligence was the full punishment. Caleb didn't stay for the applause or the congratulations. He declined the commendation document from the chief. The reward is the work, he said simply. He walked back to the cruiser, the rain finally easing. Ranger jumped in, settling heavily. Caleb glanced one last time at the house, at the now open cellar door, a symbol of the truth exposed. He started the engine and drove toward the rising morning light. That morning, the city announced the Vance Protocol, a change that proved the quiet ones, the honest ones, are the true protectors. Justice arrived, not with a bang, but with a soft, solid